xTool creative space, the first thing you want to do is I'm going to change my material to basswood plywood because that's what I'm going to be using. I am using my xTool S1 20-watt laser. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to shapes and I'm going to grab a rectangle. And this rectangle is what I'm going to be using to outline my design. Make this rectangle the size of the basswood plywood that I just measured. So I'm going to unlock this and I'm going to change it to 11.875. Because that's what I measured it to be. So then I'm going to place it up here. I'm going to go back to shapes again and I'm going to grab a rectangle and I'm going to grab a half circle or semicircle. I'm going to make two different types of bookmarks here. So for this one, I am going to unlock it and I'm going to make it 2 by 6 inches. And then I'm going to copy it, paste, and I'm going to make one that's rounded. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make this with 2 and I'm going to let it adjust however it wants. So then I'm going to flip this over. So I just wanted to do a 180. So I'm going to go over here to the angle and I'm going to change it to 180 so it flips all the way around. And then I'm going to add this to the top of the bookmark. We're going to zoom in so you guys can see. So everything's kind of lined up here. I'm going to go down just a little bit so that it's overlapping. So then I'm going to move that out of the way here. Let's see. I'm going to select both of these pieces and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit this unite. So then it makes this one piece. So I'm going to do the same thing though in this case. I want this still to be 2 by 6. So I'm going to unlock it and I'm going to change this to 6. So it's 2 by 6. All right, so then this will be the same size as this one. So I'm going to take a little circle here because I totally forgot to add that. So let's add the circle in. I'm going to change this to 0.25 by 0.25 inches. I'm going to move this towards the top here. And let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. So then I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy that one and I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make sure it's centered and then I'm just going to move it up until I feel like it's at a good point. And that's saying that it's lined up with this one. So then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add these to all of the bookmarks. So instead of just doing that again, I'm just going to delete these out real quick. So you add your circles and then I'm just going to do copy, paste. So I knew that there were 6 across and then 6 on the bottom. So then I'm going to take all of these, copy, paste. Nope, it didn't get all of it. So let me undo. Delete. Copy, paste. All right, and then I'm just going to line these up here like so. Move it down a little bit. So now that we have all of our bookmarks made, I just wanted to say, like, if you guys wanted to like sell your own blanks, then you can just stop right here and you can make these in bulk. So all you would have to do is just cut them out like this, and then you can sell these in your Etsy shop or whatever for people to use as laser engraving blanks. And then you can just add on some accessories like the little tassels that you can add to it or whatever you want to make your product stand out. However, I wanted to show you guys how to make some different type of bookmarks that you can sell on Etsy or your website or however you want to make money here. So let's start with the type of bookmark that you can just laser engrave. So in this case, we can go over here to the shapes again, and you can go to like something like plants. So this can be like an engraved one that you can do. All right, so another option you can have is you can create one that could just be a cutout of something. So say if someone likes leaves, you can just put this right here at the bottom. And this can just be like a little cutout into your bookmark at the bottom. It could be a personalized one. So say if you wanted to make one for your child who loves to read and he or she say likes rabbits. So we can put this on here to be engraved here. And then you can take the text ICHA. Okay. So then once you're done with that, you want to make it engraved as well. So I'm going to change this to engraved. And I am going to shrink it so that it will fit in this bookmark the way I need it to. Okay, so I selected all of these because I kind of want to see what they look like. Ooh, that looks beautiful. I just got so excited about that. Okay, so let's do this. So let's move this one. This one looks really good. I think this would be like the perfect example for one that you can add on here and that you can color in here. And then I'm going to add this one onto this one. And maybe I'll put it like right. Butterfly monogram that I have. So I'm just going to put this one on one of the bookmarks. I feel like this will look super cute. All right, so I'm just going to make sure that everything is set correctly. So those are set to engrave, engrave, engrave. This I also want to be set to engrave. I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so that I can make sure that it looks good up close here. So then I have this butterfly monogram here that I'm going to use. I'm going to put it on this bookmark here. I kind of almost feel like I need to switch it over, so I might just switch this over real quick. So let me go back over here. I'm going to select this monogram and move it out of the way, and I'm just going to move this monogram to this other bookmark. So I feel like it will just fit better here. So I'm going to center it. Okay, so that looks good there. All right, so I'm going to move this one to the rectangle one without the rounded top. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can just make sure that it's fitting in here like I want. Personalized, so this is going to be engraved. And I'm going to put text here, and I'm going to put in my name. Move this over until I can center it. So I'm just going to take this, select it, and center it. Okay, so that looks good enough to me. So then now what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to do both engraving and cutting. So for example, this first one's just going to be engraved. This one is just going to be cut out with no personalization. This will be engraved with personalization. This one will be engraved, and then I will color this in so you can sell this as you just engrave it and the customer could buy it, or you can literally say that they can personalize it by adding their own colors to it. So that can be like a little activity they can do. This one is same thing. I keep it real simple and make a quick design. So we're gonna just choose a flower like, okay, so now I changed the flowers up because I didn't like how the other ones look. So I added these flowers in, 2 different types, and I made them different sizes. So now what we're going to do is you're going to select your bookmark and then all the flowers that you have on there. Then you're going to go up here to subtract that overlap, and then it makes it become a part of the bookmark. So this is going to be set to cut, and this is going to be set to engrave. So let's go down to the laser engraver and start to cut out these bookmarks so you guys can see what they look like. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place my piece of basswood plywood onto my honeycomb. Okay, I'm going to put my laser over top. I'm going to go over here to make sure my laser engraver is connected, and it is now. So then I'm going to go here to this distance measurement. I'm going to hit this. This measures the distance from your material to your laser. Then I'm going to hit this mark area, processing area. I'm going to select rectangle, start marking. All right, so what you want to do for marking your processing area is you want to just make sure your material is on here evenly, and you're just going to mark the top left corner and the bottom right corner of your material. I'm going to hit end marking, done. So now it's showing me where my material is on my honeycomb. So what I'm going to have to do is select all of this and just adjust it so that it's inside of this area. You can make minor adjustments by using your arrow keys on your keyboard. So that's what I was doing real quick here. All right, so it looks like everything is inside of here. So then what I want to do now is just check to make sure everything has the correct settings. So I'm going to make these blanks here. So I'm just going to make sure those are set to cut, and they are. These are set to engrave. That's set to cut, engrave, engrave. Engrave, engrave, and then this whole thing is set to cut, and this one's set to engrave and to cut. Okay, so everything looks good on there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to process it just to see how long it says it's going to take here. I'm going to close my lid. All right, so it's calculating. So it says it's going to take 33 minutes to do this. It's because I have so many different things, so many intricate things on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it start. And I have my IF2 connected, so that should just automatically adjust for the settings. So I'm going to hit start here. Okay. Once you hit start in xTool Creative Space, then the button on your xTool S1 will turn blue, and you just push that, and then it will start the process. All right, so we'll come back in about 33 minutes to see what the end product looks like. Okay, so now it's done. And I have my blank pieces, like I said, for the blank ones. You can sell these as blanks for customers, and you can have 2 different types. So then I can make a video later about how you can take these blank ones and then make your own designs on them after they've already been cut out. So I'm just going to save these for later over here on this side. So then we have this one. So like I said, this can just be one that is just engraved and you don't do anything else to. Or you can color in, like, say, this top part here in the background if you want to. This one would be one that you just cut out, and then it'll just be like a simple little bookmark. And then remember to save your little cute pieces that you have, because you can always use them for other projects that you have. So for example, say if you had like one of these and you wanted to make a 3D one, you can just make this a different color and add this on top. This one is just a personalized engraved one. And this one would be an engraved one that I'm gonna color in, so we'll do that in this video. This one I liked a lot because this one is engraved and then you kind of have like your little cutouts as well, so that's super cute. And then you have this monogrammed one. So I guess this is a monogram too, but this just has the personalization with a name in it, and it's just a monogram with just the first initial, or it could be the last initial, and then have like some type of design on it. So that turned out cute as well. So we're gonna put some tassels on all of these so we can make them look pretty. And I am going to color in possibly this one and this one, and I am going to be using as you guys seen in my previous videos before, and if not, I use these permanent markers in different colors to color in my bookmarks or any other projects that I do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back with you with the finished product. All right, so I have my tassels here, and I'm gonna color in these real quick just to show you guys a design that I was thinking of. So I think I'm gonna do this light blue for the background of this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and color this in, and like I said, these Sharpies work really well. So I'm gonna color this one in, and then I'll come back to you guys with the finished product for both of these. All right, so I decided not to spend too much time coloring all of the bookmarks, but I just wanted to show you guys how they look at the end. They turned out super cute. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Stay blessed. See you next time.